Hello everyone, and welcome to Mr. Simplifier's tutorials. Now in this tutorial we're going to look at the Humanistic Theory by Carl Rogers. Now Carl Rogers was a humanistic psychologist who proposed the Humanistic Theory, which is a rather optimistic approach to human development and nature. It actually contrasts Sigmund Freud's approach in a way, because Freud's approach actually deems conflict as an inevitable part of life and development. Rogers actually also agreed with the hierarchy of needs model proposed by Maslow. Now, if you're interested in finding out about Sigmund Freud's approach or Maslow's model, the links will be in the description. Now, Rogers also developed what is known as client-centered therapy, wherein clients were actually given a healthy and encouraging environment and provided validation to boost their self-esteems and help them grow themselves. Now, growing your own self is actually the foundation on which the humanistic theory is based. Now, Rogers believed that people can actually grow or blossom like flowers, and for a person to grow, they actually need an environment that provides them with acceptance and empathy. Okay? Now, we'll look into an important concept proposed by Rogers, which is called self-concept. Now, a human being's self-concept is the set of perceptions and beliefs about his or her own self. So this is essentially our analysis of what we think we consist of. And self-concept is influenced by our childhood and also the way the society around us perceives us. It is further broken down into three components: self-worth, self-image, and the ideal self. Now, self-worth directs towards what we think we are worthy of as people and what we deserve in life. A factor of high influence here is the treatment one has received as a child from his or her parent. Now, self-image directs towards how we look at ourselves as human beings, as a part of society. Now, this includes if we think of ourselves as good or bad people, as beautiful or ugly people, kind or selfish, healthy or unhealthy, successful or unsuccessful, etc. So it's like looking into a mirror. How do you actually see yourself? Do you actually deem yourself as worthy? Do you actually see yourself as good or bad people? A complete analysis of your own image in your own mind. Okay, that is what self-image is. An extremely important concept. And an ideal self now directs towards the person that we would like to be in our mind. Now, this is the ideal state we have in our mind for ourselves. Now, this consists of all of our goals and ambitions. And since goals can actually change over time and over the course of our life as we age, our ideal self also undergoes changes. Now, according to Rogers, if and when human beings move closer to their ideal self, they actually begin to self-actualize. Now, what is self-actualization? Let's look at self-actualization. Now, self-actualization actually directs towards human beings fulfilling their full potential and becoming one with their ideal self. Now, when your ideal self matches your self-image, you reach the state of self-actualization. But a person who has achieved self-actualization is deemed as a concept called a fully functional person. Okay, now we will look at the concept of a fully functional person shortly. It is, however, important to note that Rogers believed that human beings are inherently good people. Everybody is good, and they will always work towards achieving their self-actualization. Okay, they will always try to build themselves towards getting, towards becoming a fully functional person. Okay, they will only become destructive due to external factors or a really bad self-concept. Those are the only reasons why a human being will not be good. Okay, now just like Maslow, Rogers also believed that achieving self-actualization is really difficult, and it's extremely rare for a person to actually get to that level where he or she believes that he has actually achieved self-actualization. Now, what is a fully functional person? As discussed, a fully functional person is an ideal, and one that people cannot normally achieve. And even if one achieves it, it doesn't simply end the journey, as goals keep changing and modifying. So your idea of a fully functional person will change over time. But if there were to be a fully functional person, he or she will actually have some of the following characteristics. Feedback. Be open to feedback and make realistic changes according to the feedback received. Essentially, both positive and negative emotions are accepted by such a person, and there is really no ego-based defense mechanism in that person. The person also lives in harmony with everybody else around them, irrespective of religion, race, ethnicity, age, and any other social dynamic. And such a person would also trust their feelings and instincts to quite an extent. Such a person also trusts oneself to make correct decisions most of the times. Now, a fully functional person also has an ability to interpret life correctly and also embrace it. Such a person is always happy and is also happy to build more experiences in life, new experiences in life, and face situations, whatever they are, without any prejudice, and enjoy the present moment wholly without looking into the past or delving into the future. And such a person is always also quite fulfilled in life, is happy, satisfied, and also always looks forward to new challenges and treats them like opportunities. Now, in terms of choices, a fully functional person is fully aware of the real differences between have to, choose to, need to, and want to, so he can actually differentiate between the choices that he or she would need to make in life. Self-regard. A fully functional person will always have high self-regard and a feeling of satisfaction with regards to any achievements and any successes that he or she would have had. As you can see, a fully functional person is quite an ideal state, and achieving self-actualization and becoming a fully functional person is an achievement not many can actually boast of. We can therefore look at another concept, which is a more realistic concept, and that concept is called congruence. Now, congruence is simply the extent of overlap between a person's self-image and the ideal image that's perceived in that person. Now, the higher the level of congruence, the closer the person is to self-actualization. So, in reality, it's never quite possible for a person to actually reach the stage of self-actualization and become a fully functional person, but there can always be an overlap, and the higher the level of overlap that you believe you have between your self-image and your ideal image, the more congruence you have in life. So I hereby present a question to you, the viewers. Now, what would you say would be some of the characteristics of your own ideal image? And what are some of the things you would actually consider changing or improving to actually increase the level of congruence in your life's journey? Think about it and let me know in the comments. And as always, I thank you very much for your attendance to this tutorial, and I would encourage you to use the comment section to recommend further topics to be covered here. Like this content, visit my Facebook page and provide support there and here, and take care of yourself. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.